Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to solve another Leetcode problem. Number 153. Find the minimum in rotated sorted array. So the problem is straightforward. We are just giving an array nums. So this nums is rotated. Yeah. So from the beginning, it is sorted like 1, 0 to 7, and then it can be rotated like that, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1, 2. Yeah, so there are basically two conditions. So one is here is increasing, and then from here is increasing. And another condition is from the beginning to the end, always increasing. Let me go to the whiteboard to explain the two conditions, and then go to the code editor to finish the coding. Actually, this problem should use a binary search. As we know, the n is not a big number, it's 5,000. Yeah, but the problem is asked to use n O log n time, so it is a binary search. Now let me go to the whiteboard to explain the two situations. So basically we have two situations. One is like 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1, 2. So this is like 4, 5, 6, 7, and 0, 1, 2. Yeah, this is one condition. Another condition is 11, 13, 15, 17. So this is like 11, 13, 11, 13, 15, and 17. Yeah, so let's check the easiest one if it is increasing. So we're going to use a binary search to find the lowest point. How should we do that? We should check the midpoint with the right point. Yeah, if the midpoint is less than the right point, it means there is a lower point at this side. So the R pointer would be moved to this M middle. Yeah, so the R pointer will be here. So for the next one, we're going to check the midpoint. It is here. If the midpoint is still less than the right pointer, it means we still didn't find the lowest point yet. So the R pointer should be shifted. I'm sorry, the midpoint should be compared with this R pointer. Yeah. So for the next one, this midpoint will compare. So this is the midpoint will compare with this R pointer. It is still less than. So it is possible that midpoint may be the lowest, but we are not sure. So the R pointer would be shifted to here. And the next one, the midpoint will go to here. And this is the R point. So if the midpoint is still less than the R point, so the R point would be shifted here. And then continually, we're gonna find. So if for the next 2 points, so this is the L point, and here is the R point. So in the middle, it is still goes to the L point. Yeah, so if they are closer, so if there are only two points, yeah, so this is L, this is R, and the midpoint also pointed to this L. Yeah, so this means we've already find the lowest point because there's no such values. This is why we have to use the while L less than R to check that, because the R pointer will go to the L pointer, and then we're gonna stop the loop. What we're gonna return? We're gonna just return the L pointer pointed to the number. Yeah, so this is the basic conditions. But what if it is like that? So this one is increasing, and this one is also increasing. Yeah, but as you can see, the R point is here, and from the left side, all the point is bigger than the R point. But from the right side, yeah, all the point is less than this R point. So according to this, can use binary search. How should we do that? First, we're gonna find a midpoint. For example, the midpoint is here. If we find a midpoint, we're gonna compare this midpoint with this R point. If it is bigger than the R point, it means this is definitely not the lowest num. What we're gonna do? We're gonna shift the L pointer to M plus 1. Why M plus 1? Because M definitely not the lowest point, because it is bigger than this. So the L should be M plus 1. So L shifted to here. For the next one, if this is the midpoint between this L to this R, so if this is the new midpoint, we're gonna compare this midpoint with the R point. If it is lower, yeah, as we can see, it is lower than the R point. What are we gonna do? So the R pointer would shift it to this M. Why shift it to M, not M minus 1 or M plus 1? Because this R pointer is still possible to the lowest value. Yeah, if we let R minus 1, it may go to the left side. It may be a bigger value. So the R pointer will always be here. So what about the next? The next may be here. This is the midpoint. So the midpoint is still lower than the R point. What are we going to do? So the R pointer will shift it to here. What about the next one? So for the next one, we're gonna still find the midpoint. For example, if the midpoint is here, so this midpoint is still less than the R point. What are we going to do? The R pointer will shift it to here. What about the next one? The next one, maybe the midpoint is, let's say, if the midpoint is here, it's closer to the first point. Yeah, so the R pointer will still be here, and here is the L pointer. Here is also the conditions L pointer and R pointer, and they are closer. The midpoint is also goes to the L point. So for the next step, the R pointer, the midpointer will be here. The R pointer will also shift it to here, and then it will be the end of the loop. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna return nums L. Yeah, we're gonna just return nums L. So that is the result. Now let me go to the code editor to finish the coding. Yeah, as I said, I wanna define two variables. So the L and R pointer. L will be 0 and R pointer will be the length of nums minus 1. So this is the template of another template for the binary search. So yeah, this template is for the minimum value or the maximum value. Normally we use the L pointer less than R pointer, and then we get the midpoint. So the midpoint is L plus R minus L divided by 2. Yeah, and what about the next? We're gonna check if nums M is bigger than nums R. So this is the first condition. For example, here, if this nums M is bigger than nums R, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna shift the L pointer to L pointer should equal to M plus 1. So the L pointer would be equal to M plus 1. Else, we're gonna check the R pointer would be M. Why? As I explained earlier, so it should always be M because the M can be the lowest point. Yeah, it is a possible value. It cannot be M minus 1. If we use equal, we might use M minus 1. But for this question, we have to use the L less than R. And here, the R goes to M. What are we going to return? We're just going to return nums L. Yeah, or nums R. Now let me run it to check if it really works. Yeah, as you can see, it works. Now let me submit it to check all the testing cases. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty fast and it passed all the testing cases. And this question is also one of the blind 75 list. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. If you think this is helpful, please like and subscribe. See you next time.